Hello, my name is Alice. I'm the founder of My Self Care Reddit, and I'm on a mission to encourage everyone to take a little bit more me time. The run up to Christmas can be a really magical time of year for a lot of us, but it can also be a pretty stressful time of year too. So, in this video, I'm going to be sharing 3 self care tips to help support your well being on the run up to Christmas. So, tip number 1 is to check in with yourself. Quite often, especially as things start to get busier, we're running around making sure everyone else is okay and has everything they need. And it might even be getting to Christmas Day and finally stopping and sitting down and then realizing that we are exhausted. This is not uncommon, but there are things that we can do to help prevent this and just show ourselves a little bit of self care and self love. So, one really nice way to check in with yourself is just to set a reminder, maybe on your phone or maybe putting a little note somewhere that you can see it, to just ask yourself each day 2 questions. How do you feel? What do you need? So, sometimes this could be, I feel really good. I need another cup of tea. On other days, maybe you'll be feeling different and needing different things. And checking in with yourself is really important to acknowledge what those thoughts and feelings are, what you might need to help support yourself, and just showing yourself that little bit of self care and having a moment of me time each day. Tip number 2 is to be mindful. So often, especially around this time of year, there is a lot of focus on Christmas Day itself, and everything else is just all of this preparation bundled up, ready for the big day. But quite often, we kind of rush through that preparation part, and all of the focus is on Christmas Day itself or on that trip that you might be taking at Christmas. So instead of rushing through, I'd really like you to encourage a little bit of mindfulness. So, one nice way to be a little more mindful in those moments on the run up to Christmas is just to check in with each of the senses. So, just taking even 1 minute within your day. Maybe you are surrounded by chaos, that's okay too. You don't have to be in this perfectly still space, but just taking a minute to notice what you can see, to notice what you can hear, and perhaps that's quite a lot, that's okay too. Noticing what you can smell, what you can taste, and what you can touch. So, by checking in with these 5 senses, it just helps to ground us a little bit more into the present moment, to be a little bit more mindful of perhaps those times that we'd usually just rush our way through. So, that is tip number 2. Tip number 3 for our self care tips on the run up to Christmas is to breathe. So, perhaps seems like a really obvious one, but breathing can have a really big impact on how we feel. So, I would really encourage you to take a little bit of time out of your day to focus on your breath. So, quite often, if we're feeling stressed or anxious, then we take these really short, shallow breaths, just maybe into the top of the chest, the top of the lungs. And actually, this short, sharp breath isn't getting as much oxygen into our body, it's not nourishing our bodies as much as it could be. So, we're going to try an exercise just now, and I'd encourage you to do this whenever feels good for you. It could just literally be 1 minute or 2 minutes out of your day, and you don't need any special equipment for it. So, what we're going to be doing is a simple counted breath. We're going to breathe in for a count of 4 and breathe out for a count of 6. So, by extending our exhales, making these exhales longer than our inhales, this is going to start to activate our parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and digest versus our fight and flight response. So it just helps to create a little bit more calm. It signals to the body that it's okay to take some time here. It's okay to just find that little bit of calm and relaxation. So just starting in a nice, comfortable position. You could be sitting, standing, lying down, whatever you like. We're just going to bring one hand to the chest and one hand to the belly. And just start with some nice deep breaths. Maybe the deepest breaths you've taken all day. Breathing in and breathing out. Starting to draw the air down towards the belly with each inhale. Maybe feeling that hand on the belly rising as you breathe in and falling as you breathe out. Taking another deep breath in and a long breath out. And then we'll breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once more, breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just returning your breath to whatever rhythm, whatever pace feels good for you. Taking those nice deep breaths and perhaps just noticing how you feel. So maybe you feel a little bit calmer or a bit more relaxed. Maybe you feel exactly the same as you did before, and that's absolutely fine too. It's just about taking those moments of me time, those little minutes out of your day to give yourself some self-care. I really hope that you have enjoyed trying out some of the tips in this video. So as a quick roundup, our 3 tips to help support self-care on the run-up to Christmas are: number 1, check in with yourself. So that could be asking yourself each day, how do you feel? What do you need? Tip number 2 is to be mindful. So try checking in with those 5 senses and just connecting to the present moment. And then tip number 3 is to breathe. So you could try that counted breath, breathing in for a count of 4 and out for a count of 6, or perhaps there's a different breathing technique that you'd like to build into your daily routine. If you have any questions about any of the tips covered in today's session, then feel free to get in touch with me. I'm always here to help and support you on your self-care journey. You can contact me via Instagram or Facebook at myselfcareedit. And for more tips and self-care treats, you can take a look at myselfcareedit.com. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and that you're able to enjoy some nice moments of me time. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.